Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News. I'm Cody Bass.
And I'm Tabitha Wheatstruck. We begin tonight with breaking news. Auburn University's Department of Public Safety releasing a statement moments ago that a female student reported being raped inside of a campus resident hall room by an acquaintance while she was incapacitated. Campus safety reminds students tonight having sex with anyone who is incapacitated is rape. If you or someone you know believes they have been raped, dial 911 or immediately go to the nearest hospital for medical care.
Gas prices are continuing to rise, but supplies fall to a massive leak in the oil pipeline in the Shelby County area of Birmingham. This massive leak is affecting oil supplies throughout the southeast. If you are looking to fill up your gas tank, Eagle Eye contacted several gas stations in the area. The Eagle in Tigertown currently has a full supply of gas, while the MAPCO on East University only has unleaded 87 and diesel as of today. The MAPCO near Sam's Club was reported to be out of gas this weekend due to the game day traffic, but they have filled up since then, and the gas station at Kroger in Tigertown is completely out of gas. Eagle Eye will continue to follow this story as it develops. Tune in to Eyewitness News on Wednesday at 7 for more information.
Late Friday night, a shooting occurred on Lee Road 57. Auburn police were flagged down by motorists on Highway 14, standing near a black Saturn on the side of the road. They came to find an 11-year-old inside of the vehicle, suffering from a single gunshot wound. It was determined that the victim was shot at a trailer park on Lee Road 57 as a dark SUV drove by and fired numerous shots, striking the victim's car and the adjacent trailer. The 11-year-old was flown to Children's Hospital in Birmingham and is now in a stable condition and expected to recover. The shooting does not appear to be random.
On April 3rd, police responded to a call regarding a motorist reported to be bipolar, suicidal, in possession of a knife, and intending to harm herself. After being followed by Auburn police officers for several miles on I-85, Melissa Boarts was shot after allegedly charging officers with a pocket knife. With more on that story, here's Matt Stanley.
Though the event took place just over 4 months ago, the Boarts family has not stopped in their pursuit of justice for the death of Melissa Boarts on the night of April 3rd, 2016. Since then, the family has filed a civil lawsuit against the city of Auburn and 2 Auburn police officers. Both officers were cleared of all criminal charges by a grand jury exactly 1 month ago, but that has not deterred the Boarts family in their pursuit of civil charges against the officers and city. The most recent development involves the toxicology report of Melissa Boarts released by the AUPD. According to Chief of Police Paul Register, the report indicated 6 different medications within her system that evening, several of which were adversely affected by the alcohol in her system. The toxicology report stated that Melissa had been prescribed a number of medications, including an antidepressant, 2 seizure medications, 1 anxiety medication, and a sleeping pill. At the time of her death, Melissa had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.097%, and 5 of the 7 medications prescribed to her, as well as an over-the-counter ibuprofen, were in her system. The toxicology report is just one of the many factors that will be taken into consideration in the upcoming case. With the help of their lawyer, Julian McPhillips, the Boarts family have also been persistently requesting the release of any body and dash cam footage from the night of the event. Mr. McPhillips stated to the press that, if in fact it vindicated them, or made them look good, they would have produced it to us long ago. In response to the Boarts family's call for the release of the footage from the incident, Chief Register stated, "We are in the process of releasing information to the family, and will continue to keep the public informed as we progress." With Eagle Eye News, this is Matt Stanley.
With the case scheduled to take place in the near future, we will continue to keep you up to date as these events unfold.
In campus news, President Googe has announced his retirement at last Friday's Board of Trustees meeting. Googe stated that he and his wife Susie have enjoyed their time here, but after 10 years, they are ready to start a new phase of their lives. Board of Trustees member Raymond Harbert has been placed in charge of finding a committee to look for a new president. There's not a set date for Googe's retirement, but he does plan to finish out this academic year. That's sad that he's leaving after 10 years.
I know. I actually work in the president's office, and so we were just talking about how we're going to miss him so much.
Yeah, that's understandable. And you plant roots here, and now you have to leave,
Right.
and
I'm excited to see, where the next president will take us.
Yeah, definitely some changes. Coming up, Ellie McCoy gives us a recap of last night's Emmys and tells us what how Auburn apps will make your life easier. You're watching Eagle Eye TV on Channel 6.
I hope that you've been able to learn a strong work ethic surrounded by character, integrity, perseverance, so that when your 1 second comes, you'll be prepared for it.
Chris Davis.
45, there goes Davis!
Your 1 second, our 1 second is now. And our lives have been guided by the principles of one of the greatest academic institutions in the country, Auburn University.
This is a place where it only takes a second to imagine your future. Grasp a new concept in class. Inspire a child's curiosity. Discover a real-world solution. Seize an unexpected opportunity.
There goes Davis!
This is where you gain the preparation, confidence, and determination to succeed. This is Auburn.
Hey guys, I'm Ellie McCoy, and this is Eagle Eye Entertainment. We begin tonight with a recap of last night's 68th Annual Emmy Awards. The awards show honors the best in primetime television. The night's major winners included Key and Peele for Variety Sketch Series, Veep for Best Comedy Series, The People vs. O.J. Simpson for Best Miniseries, and Sherlock for Best TV Movie. A full list of the night's winners is available on the New York Times website. Now, the spotlight's on Auburn's performers. If you're looking for a place to hear some of Auburn's finest singers or perform yourself, UPC is hosting Open Mic Night this Tuesday at 7. UPC says Open Mic Night is the perfect place to showcase your talents and support your Auburn family. The show will be held in the Student Center Starbucks, and signups begin 15 minutes before the show. If you've been following New York Fashion Week, Auburn is now bringing fashion to you. The National Society of Black Engineers will be hosting the Black Cultural Fashion Show this Wednesday at 6. The free show will be held in the Foy Auditorium and open to the public. If you're already tired of the food from the Student Center, UPC is hosting a Latin American cooking workshop to help spice up your food choices. Students will be guided by a professional chef through multiple entree dishes. The workshop is this Thursday at 5:30 in Spidle Hall. The Fall Down concert series returns this Thursday night with a Trace Pregin at 6. The concert series that takes place at Kiesel Park allows concertgoers to bring blankets, food, and their furry friends to enjoy the show. For more information, visit auburnalabama.org/parks. Looking for a go-to informative Auburn guide? Look no further. There's
The
an
new
app for
Auburn
that.
Guides app is here, and although it may seem as though it would only be helpful for RAs, Camp War Eagle, and new students, it actually contains tons of amazing features for all types of students.
The Auburn Guides app made this summer a whole lot easier, I think, for the parents and the freshmen, because it had the student schedule on there, it had the parent schedule on there, it had a map of Auburn University on there, so if anyone ever got lost, didn't know where to go, they could find their way on there.
We were able to use the track features, we were able to use push notifications, surveys, lots of different things for RA training.
Some helpful features of this new app include making your own schedule, push notifications, campus maps, and even a move-in guide.
In the past, we had no means of being able to directly communicate with our students and families as they were moving in if we had any challenges. But we were able to advocate that the use of the guidebook app allowed for push notifications and messages to be sent, which allowed us to be able to tell parents if there was a change to a zone or there was unexpected traffic. What was moving going to look like? Access to the maps, staff information, how to put in a maintenance request. We were able to send surveys, which was really nice. So it was really phenomenal this year. We had just under 4,000 downloads.
A lot of people don't like using books and stuff anymore, and we do have our great Tiger Transitions book, which had the schedule in there, but I'd say having the app made it a lot easier, more accessible, so a parent or a student could just pull their phone out and see where they were supposed to be in the schedule.
The Auburn Guides app provides students with all the need-to-know information about Auburn's campus in just one quick, free download.
So I hope students know that it's something that can utilize throughout their whole time here at Auburn University, whether they're a freshman or a senior.
Reporting for Eagle Eye News, this has been Ellie McCoy.
Auburn Guides app is available for free download through your smartphone's app store. While you're in the app store, another app is coming to campus. Created by students for students, the Pocket Points app is giving the rule of no phones in the classroom a new twist.
There's a new trend on college campuses that is rewarding students for staying off their phones during class. We met with a few of Auburn students to hear their input on Pocket Points. So do you have the app Pocket Points?
I do actually. Pretty useful. I mean, I haven't used it too much. I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna use it for yet, but I've used it for history, which is pretty nice.
I use it during class and it's really user-friendly and I like getting points, so.
It's really awesome because like I'm already on campus, I don't go on my phone during class, so it just gets points while it's locked, so that's really great.
By opening this app in a classroom, students receive points. The more points, the better the prize. From Anders Bookstore all the way to Chick-fil-A, this app provides many options for its users. Here are what some students plan on doing with their Pocket Points.
No, I'm saving them up so I can use it for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I mean, like wherever I can. I love food, so any of the food places that it has, and then a lot of like the Auburn boutiques may be a little bit pricey, so it's good to have a bit of discount on them.
Probably to get some food or something.
It looks like college students now have a reason to stay off their phones. Reporting in Auburn, Kennedy McKnight, Eagle Eye News.
Like the Auburn Guides app, Pocket Points is free and available on the App Store. For more entertainment news, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Eagle Eye TV. Also, tune into The Scoop Wednesdays at noon right here on Eagle Eye TV. Up next is Weagle DJ John Risha with a review of a recently released album, followed by the latest in Auburn sports. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
What's up, guys? I'm Risha, and this week's album is In the Name of Love by Martin Garrix. This song features BB Rexa, who has an amazing voice, mixed with Martin Garrix's amazing bass lines and unique melodies, creates a really interesting combination which I think no one will ever be able to match. It's something you should really check out.
Football and soccer struggle in SEC play, and the volleyball closes out its non-conference schedule in the Michigan Invitational. I'm Aaliyah Smith, and this is Eagle Eye Sports. It's no surprise that the national anthem protest among professional athletes has stirred up attention throughout the Auburn community.
Over the last few weeks, the San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick has been protesting by refusing to stand during the national anthem. Here at Eagle Eye, we went out to see what the student body and the citizens of Auburn had to say on this matter.
Athletes don't get too many options to make a stand or literally a knee when it comes to things, so they don't have the voice or the media to necessarily make their points be heard. So I think it was a really unique opportunity for someone to actually do something a little bit more physical in showing their emotional feelings towards something.
I do understand. I've seen some videos on it. Some people talking about it's his right and stuff like that for him to kneel. And some people talking about that's disrespectful. I mean, it's what he wants to do. It doesn't really matter what we say.
We stand because we're proud of where we've come from, but in addition to that, we're proud of where we're going. And so all of the issues and race in our nation are ideally not where they should be right now. I think that I'm proud of a lot of people who are fighting on behalf of where race has come from and those tensions over the years. And so I'm confident in where we're going. And so I stand because I'm confident of the people who are advocating on behalf and to make America a better place.
I see it's a pretty important just because it's something going against America, kind of just because it's the Pledge of Allegiance. And I think it should be brought up to a bigger matter just because it's a lot of issues going around lately dealing with, Black lives, and that's really the main purpose of it from what it seems.
From Auburn University, Christy Almendinger, Eagle Eye TV.
Kaepernick's protest has spread throughout the nation as several other athletes have joined the protest. In lighter news, Auburn soccer faced SEC opponent South Carolina and fell to the Gamecocks 1-0.
Auburn Tigers soccer took on their second SEC opponent Sunday night at the Auburn Soccer Complex. The Tigers faced the South Carolina Gamecocks in a match that was a battle to the end. The Tigers led the match in both shots and corner kicks, but ultimately fell to the Gamecocks 1-0. The lone goal of the match came at the 29th minute when South Carolina's Savannah McCaskill headed the ball into the net. Fans poured into the stands after being fed barbecue by Auburn men's basketball coach Bruce Pearl. The fans also stayed through periods of rain and cheered the Tigers on throughout the night. Bree Folds led the Tigers with 4 shots on the night. The Tigers battled to the very end, having 7 shots on goal in the second half alone. The Tigers returned to action in a 2-match road trip series, first against Florida on Thursday and then Georgia on Sunday. For Eagle Eye Sports, I'm Sarah Palczewski.
Soccer travels to Florida to face the Gators down in the Swamp on Thursday at 5, and then continue on the road to Athens to face the Bulldogs of Georgia Sunday at 1. Volleyball traveled to Ann Arbor over the weekend. The Tigers fell to the Wolverines 3-0 in the Michigan Invitational Opener. They turned it around in match 2, defeating Collegiate 3-1, then fell in the last match against Eastern Michigan 3-1. Volleyball will be back in action to face the Tigers of LSU this Friday at 7. SEC play is back on the Plains. Let's see how fans from both teams geared up for game day.
War Eagle and welcome to Auburn on game day. We welcome in the number 17th ranked Texas A&M Aggies to the Plains. Here we're going to give you an inside look at Texas A&M and Auburn for tailgating. War Eagle!
Howdy! Kick up the Auburn!
Tiger and Aggie fans alike came together on game day to enjoy some tailgating festivities. Let's see what the Tiger and Aggie fans have to say about game day on the Plains.
Game day's awesome. I think we're going to do good versus Texas A&M.
Howdy! It's good to be here. We love Auburn. It actually reminds us a lot of home.
Fans had the opportunity to do a vast amount of things for pregame, including playing games and walking around the concourse to see different vendors and what they had to offer as far as prizes, giveaways, and sign-ups. But with SEC play means rivalries. Let's see what this little family had to say.
Well, it's a new family rivalry now that he has been born. Little more divided now.
Mike says that as long as Auburn has shakers or pom-poms, he'll be an Auburn fan.
Whether you say War Eagle or Gig'em, at the end of the day, we're all here to cheer on the school that we love. My name is Erica Justiniano, and this is Eagle Eye TV.
War Eagle to you, baby Mike. On to kick off, the Auburn Tigers opened up SEC play, falling to number 17 Texas A&M Aggies.
Football opened up SEC play versus the Texas A&M Aggies Saturday night. Lots of exciting things occurred on game day, including the game ball being delivered to Aubie by a drone. Sean White in the Auburn offense set the tone early as they drove down the field to set up this 1-yard Cameron Petway touchdown run to put the Tigers up 7-0 in the first quarter. Cameron Petway led the way for the Auburn offense as he rushed for 123 yards on the night. But it wasn't all good news for Auburn, as Trevor Knight and the Texas A&M Aggies racked up 247 yards passing, including this 51-yard pass to Josh Reynolds in the second quarter. John Franklin III came into the game at quarterback to try to give the Tigers life in the third quarter. Kerryon Johnson had 60 yards rushing on the night, including a 2-yard rushing touchdown in the fourth quarter. The Tigers fell to the Aggies by a score of 29-16. Auburn will welcome in LSU this Saturday for another SEC matchup. In Auburn, this is Erica Justiniano with Eagle Eye Sports.
The Tigers will welcome in LSU this Saturday for another key SEC West matchup. Kickoff is set for 5. Want more sports updates throughout the week? We've got you covered. Just like us on Facebook at Eagle Eye TV and catch Tiger Tally on Friday mornings. Now let's catch up with Carter Gustin, who will give us our weekly weather update.
Hey guys, Carter Gustin here with your weekly forecast and Channel 6 Storm Tracker. Looking here at your school day around 8 a.m., walking to class, a little lower temperature, 76 degrees, not too hot, not too bad. Lunch going to be heating up, 86, upper 80s, so might get a little hot, a little sweaty walking to lunch, so be careful there. Late at night there, walking home, doing whatever, hanging out with your friends, not too bad, cooling off a little bit, hanging around 80. Looking at your weekly forecast here, hanging out pretty much the same all week long. 90s down there at the end of the week, getting that fall weather coming in, getting a little bit cooler, upper 80s. That's nice to see. I know I like to see it. Lows there staying the same all week long. Looking at your national map here, looks like we're the lucky ones there at 90, 99 there in Dallas, 92 in Salt Lake City, and then really cool up in New York at 75 degrees. Getting a little bit closer to home here, though, 90 degrees in Auburn, Montgomery, and Columbus, both at 91 degrees. That's all for the weather, nothing too crazy here. We'll be back right after this, Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Sorry. Hey guys, I'm here with Jacqueline Keck, this year's director of Miss Panhellenic. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We're so excited to hear more about Miss Panhellenic. So first off, let's talk about what Miss Panhellenic is and what the girls of the Greek community had to do.
Yeah, so Miss Panhellenic is a pageant that was formerly known as Miss Greek Week. And so when Greek Week got cut, we kind of transitioned it 2 years ago to Miss Panhellenic. And so each sortie has one representative that participates in the pageant. And this year's really exciting because Tri Sigma is participating. And so this is the first overall Panhellenic event that Tri Sigma is a part of. We also made t-shirts that has Tri Sigma on there, which is what we're really excited about. And so each contestant does an interview, is graded on scores, and then does a game day walk, an onstage question, and an evening gown walk. And so we're super excited to see all these girls thrive today.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you being director, what did you have to do to get that position? That's a pretty big position.
Yeah, so I actually interviewed as a freshman, which is crazy. That was 2 years ago, and so I interviewed for the assistant director of Miss Panhellenic. And so you serve 1 year as assistant director, kind of get your feet wet, understand what's going on, how to plan a pageant, and then you're automatically bumped to director.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. So you kind of discussed about it used to be Miss Greek Week. Yeah. So why did it change from Miss Greek Week to Miss Panhellenic?
Right. So Greek Week was an organization or a week that the Greek Life Office kind of did together through IFC and Panhellenic as a whole, and had different events. And so as the times kind of changed to Auburn, that whole week kind of went away, but we really, really cherished and valued Miss Greek Week, and so we transitioned it to Miss Panhellenic because it was a cool time for each sortie to have a representative to where we could create unity, but also for chapters to celebrate their members, which has been really cool. And so it's a great event that promotes unity among Greek women, and so we just didn't want to really lose that.
Gotcha. So I'm just going to be nosy here, but
Yes.
What are the prizes?
The prizes are some really great plaques that we ordered, and then also the girls get flowers and gift cards, and so we're really thankful for all of our judges. They get gift cards as well, and so those are donated from the community of Auburn.
Oh, that's really nice. Well, thank you again, Jacqueline, for spending time with us here today.
Thanks so much for having me.
So Miss Panhellenic is tomorrow, September 20th at 7 p.m. in the Student Act. You can purchase your tickets at the door for $10. Up next, we'll talk more about what's going on in the Auburn community. This is Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6.
This Week in Auburn History takes us back 20 years in honor of LSU coming to town this Saturday. On September 21st, 1996, as Auburn and LSU were playing in Jordan-Hare Stadium, fans are leaping above the upper deck, catching a glimpse of the sports arena, affectionately known as the Barn, going up in flames. The aging building where Auburn had played basketball from 1946 to 68 and had currently housed a gymnastics program had been ignited by an LSU fan's grill. As it went up in flames, the football game continued where quarterback Damian Craig sat out due to an injury and Auburn fell to LSU 19-15.
So I actually think this is a really funny story because nobody left the stands, and it was only in the first quarter.
Literally no one. And I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm from Auburn. I didn't know any of this existed, but...
Yeah, it's kind of crazy though. You know, it started raining and then everybody decided to take their grills inside, which is dumb. But yeah, we all learn from mistakes.
Fans, I'm guessing. But obviously it goes to show you what is more important. Auburn football, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. If you would like to join the conversation, please use the hashtag EagleEyeTV on Instagram and Twitter. Up next, we have more on what's taking place on Auburn's campus across the community. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Channel 6. Sometimes it's hard to find a student or faculty member that doesn't have something negative to say about parking services. In an effort to bridge this gap, Parking Services held a fall forum to discuss parking issues on campus. Those who attended had the opportunity to share their ideas and learn about the new things happening around campus. September 15th, Parking Services Don Andre hosted a Parking Services forum in the Auburn Student Center. This forum was to bring Auburn students and faculty members together to discuss concerns about parking at Auburn University. Let's take a look at what one of the Auburn students had to say.
Ever since I was a freshman, I've been having problems with parking. I lived in the Hill, and I was parking in RO, and that was always a struggle going home to see my family because I had to, find a way to get out to RO.
The forum resolved issues relating to the Auburn Bike Share, the parking lottery, and upcoming construction.
There's some construction coming up that's going to impact you. I don't know, maybe we're doing drop off and pick up on Wilmore Drive, but that's going to stop. Reason being is that we're getting ready to start a new engineering academic achievement center.
I realize that Parking Services, they aren't in charge of all the parking decisions that are made. They're actually fighting for the students to be able to park safely and close to campus.
Reporting in Auburn, this is Tabitha Wheatstruck with Eagle Eye News.
The Bailey Small Animal Teaching Hospital is the first in the Southeast to be named a veterinary trauma center. Auburn will now be a part of a network of lead hospitals created by the American College of Veterinary Emergency that will play a role in the development of trauma systems nationally. This trauma center will be open on a 24/7 basis to provide total care for small animal trauma patients. The Bailey Small Animal Teaching Hospital is already ranked as the highest rating and can be awarded to a critical care facility. This hospital is the only one to earn this ranking in Alabama, one of the 3 in the Southeast and one of 18 nationwide.
Charles Branch and Madison Golke are 2 Auburn students that have been awarded the SEC Dr. Pepper Education Abroad funding for the 2016-2017 academic year. Dr. Pepper donated $100,000 to provide study abroad opportunities for SEC students, and they have chosen 2 students from each university to study in another part of the world. Branch is a second-year doctoral student in counselor education and will be studying in South Korea to conduct research on increasing positive emotional intelligence. And Golke is a junior in animal sciences, and she completed her program this past summer in Swaziland, where she studied biology, ecology, and parasitology.
All right, matey, to end the show tonight, we want to remind everyone that today is Talk Like a Pirate Day. Krispy Kreme is celebrating in the best fashion by offering free donuts to all customers who will come in talking like a pirate. Simply say ahoy to receive 1 free glazed donut, or dress like a pirate to receive a dozen donuts before closing tonight at 10. I've actually never been to Krispy Kreme, but I guess tonight I can make my big debut.
I think it's a pretty good excuse just to dress as a pirate.
Oh, for sure. That's always a good excuse. That's all for Eagle Eye News tonight. Tune in after the show for a live look in the SGA Senate meeting. And keep up with all the latest Auburn news throughout the week by following us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Eagle Eye TV. I'm Cody Bass.
And I'm Tabitha Wheatstruck. Thanks for joining us on War Eagle.
Thank you.